Hey guys, Tyler here bringing you some more Warcraft 3 action. Playing today, spawning in the south of Starbuck, playing as Night Elf and going for the Keeper first. Going for some AoE creeping here, standard stuff. Oh, got a kill with that Acolyte there. Facing off against him in the north, we have a MaDFroG. He's playing with the Crypt Lord is Undead. The map is Concealed Hill, and this series from the ESL qualifies the other week. I mentioned there, kind of hard finding some good replays, but this one's supposed to be a good one from a couple weeks ago, which I didn't cover, so looking forward to this one. And yeah, I'm a big Crypt Lord player myself these days, so
are under attack.
Always curious. Okay, good detonate there, took down 2 beetles. Down another one there. Kind of just had to pull the trigger on it, otherwise the beetle probably would have got the kill, and it does get level 2 on the Keeper. Okay, Acolyte, Scout Acolyte over here still harassing. Kind of funny. And a transition here, Hunter's Hall for Starbuck. He's rebuilding a couple of those lost wisps.
A player's forces are under
We're going to
attack.
go some Huntresses to try and counter the Crypt Lord Ghouls action. But MaDFroG doing a good job of making a nuisance of himself. Got a couple corpses over here to make a few more summons with. And in here harassing these wisps. Tech started now for Starbuck. Hear that to MaDFroG's tech. He is way ahead. Got the graveyard going down as well. And in here continuing with the harass. Detonate takes down 2 skellies. And a bit of mana from the Crypt Lord, so another decent detonate. He wants to get a kill on a couple of these wisps, but not having too much luck. Still only 25 experience for the Crypt Lord, but has forced a couple detonates at least. So it's going to maybe impact the lumber of Starbuck. Maybe a little bit of gold as well, have been rebuilt. But yeah, there we go. Push diffused, no more corpses around for the summons from Crypt Lord, so decides to disengage, pulls back to the shop, picks up the boots. Always a strong item on the Crypt Lord, and kind of strange, he actually went for double sacrificial skulls. I wonder if that was a misclick. It must have been a misclick, right? Especially if he hasn't already used one. Creeping himself now as MaDFroG. Across here. MaDFroG gets the experience. But entangle on the ghoul out of the back. Gonna lose that one. MaDFroG trying to go for the surround on the Huntress, but does not get it. Now another entangle on the ghoul. Gonna pick off 2 of them here. MaDFroG goes for the deny. But I don't think he got it. And there we go, Crypt Lord gets level 2 off that Treant. And then come the Huntresses now. Second Crypt down for MaDFroG. This is what he was famous for back in the day. Big time gargoyle player. And he's pumping them out. A few ghouls out back in base, not up to any lumber harvesting at the moment though, which could cause him issues next time he has to pull them to fight. Cool, beetles sent off to the sides here, trying to avoid getting killed by the Night Elf army. But here we go. Bit of fighting at MaDFroG's base here. Alchemist into the mix. Acid bomb on him. Crypt Lord very low after that. Beetles out the back, just trying to get some archer kills, but getting diffused. Now just making a few summons from the graveyard. Coming in here for a bit of harass. Gargoyle's still over here at the moment. Sending a beetle to the fountain to try and heal up. He's really trying to maximize everything he's got, and using the ritual dagger here to heal up. Good idea without the Death Knight. Could have, you know, tried to build the Death Knight, but instead going to come on the offensive and scouts this Tree of Life that's going down for Starbuck. With the beetle at a good timing. His army's coming down here. Could maybe get the cancel, but looks like He's heading towards the fountain instead. Going to try to creep that out instead of trying to go for the cancel, and that could be his downfall. It'd be kind of hard to cancel those once they're constructed. Piercing damage from the gargoyle is not terribly strong. In most scenarios, drops a sacrificial skull so we can pick up the Sobi mask on this creep camp. And yeah, gonna creep that up. Beetle over here gets taken down by the keeper. And now building a wisp. MaDFroG is level 3 now, and Sobi mask a very, very strong item for the Crypt Lord, so that's good for him. And now he's done his tick up to tier 3. Send a couple of the low health ghouls back. Does need the lumber, quite low. Can't really even build his tech structures at the moment. We wanted to go for anything. And here we go, coming across for the Tree of Life. Looks like it uprooted and ate a tree. So it's regening here. MaDFroG having a hard time trying to kill it. And while this has been going on, Starbuck picks off the big ogre. Gets the big item, the ancient Jangro. MaDFroG coming through. Interrupting a couple of these wisps. Looking for the repair potentially. Nice move. And now continuing the pressure on the Tree of Life. But here's the rest of the Night Elf army. Drops an acid bomb. Got the archers going after the gargoyles. They're falling quickly. Got a wisp in here looking for the repair on the tree. Tree getting low. Only the gargoyles basically with the damage at the moment. Losing his last ghoul. Oh, but he does get the tree. Loses 2 gargoyles. Oh, 3 gargoyles on the exit though. Ooh, that was a costly cancel. Very, very costly. And that's what I was worried about earlier. He didn't run straight over there for the cancel, instead tried to creep up.
Siege. A player's forces are under attack.
Up being a super costly one. Yeah, Beetle and Starbuck's base here just going to work on the building. Slowly softening it up. There's also a corpse over here. I wonder if he sent a ghoul into base. If I'm looking to do some harass. Keep it without much mana. Can't really threaten to kill with the entangle that effectively. Doesn't really have a large enough army, I don't think. MaDFroG going into base. Summons the beetles from that ghoul corpse, I guess, and he kills the Moonwell. Starbuck not supply stuck from that, but
a player's
still
forces
a
are
pretty big nuisance. Oh, there's the entangle surround. I'll try break out, but no. Town portal. Wow, super long range. I'm shocked. The archers managed to get the kill there. Just doing a bit of harass. Tries to reveal to try and get rid of them. And Starbuck picked up the shredder after spending so many of his wisps over here. Does need the lumber. But it's pretty common to see the shredder up against a gargoyle strategy. And MaDFroG continuing to build the gargoyles despite of being up against a lot of archers here. Okay, it's going to be level 4 for the Crypt Lord now. Picks up the staff of teleportation just in case he gets in a sticky situation. It's the keeper again, but what a huge experience edge here for Starbuck. 3 on the Alchemists. Oh, town portaling back. Gets the cancel. Oh, the rest of the army are not coming with on the run back here. And the gargoyles just mince those huntresses. Oh man, they're getting entangled too. The archers are there though. They apply a lot of pressure and heal scroll to save quite a few of these low health units from Starbuck. Here's the Death Knight though, coming in with the coil. Archer falling. 2 archers down. That was a pretty bad heal from Starbuck and loses the Huntress as well. And now MaDFroG just surging forwards with the beetles, with the gargoyles, and catching Starbuck short here a little bit. Going for some Dryads now. Still pumping out a couple archers as well. MaDFroG peeling off to the fountain. I'll try to creep this up. So strong to do this with the gargoyles, but Starbuck gonna spot this, picks up the item, boots of Calphalas, not terribly good. And that's level 2 on the Death Knight, gets the aura. Oh, now getting partially surrounded though, could break this around, but focusing on the Alchemist himself, trying to staff out. And staffs out. And now MaDFroG exiting. No, he's continuing with the chase. He really wants to get the kill. Gets the impale. Both heroes getting hit by that. Pops the heal scroll to save the Alchemist. Alchemist still in trouble, but no more mana on the Crypt Lord for another impale. Now, not quite fast enough with the Crypt Lord. Maybe if he had the Unholy Aura, could have gone for the chase there, but Death Knight had to staff out and now going for the Orb of Corruption, coming back across. MaDFroG going to try to continue to creep out this camp. And with that, he's going to get pretty close to 5. Starbuck kind of seems like he's unsure what to do here. Last Beetle as well, providing some scouting info. MaDFroG. Oh, looks like MaDFroG gonna try and go for an expansion now. Sneaking out the back. There's 2 damage upgrades on these gargoyles as well, by the way. So they are hitting pretty hard. And a couple Dryades in the mix now for Starbuck. But yeah, putting down the Ziggurat. Got the Blight down here as well. Go for the expansion. Illusion gonna scout this. But I'm not sure Starbuck has the army to counter at the moment. Got 5 food behind.
Under siege.
Like stopping by the shop, but doesn't pick anything up. Just gets the tome.
A player's forces are under attack.
Buying the reveal, taking care of the beetles. And now coming on the offensive, looking to cancel the expansion. Ziggurat is going to complete, and it looks like MaDFroG not going to try and save it. Gonna let it go down here. Just gonna do some creeping instead. Maybe try hit level 5 on that Crypt Lord before engaging in the next fight. Oh, not quite there. 4 more experience required. Death Knight also getting pretty close to level 3, so understandable. He wants to disengage here, and we did see Starbuck make use of the Wand of Illusion, expecting a big fight over here, but
are under attack.
Doesn't come to pass, so that wand may be getting wasted ever so slightly. Player's coming to the center, doing a bit of creeping. Looks like the Keeper got that experience, because the yeah, here we go, Crypt Lord level 5 now, but didn't get it from killing that creep just before. One gargoyle picked off on the exit. Death Knight, what was that coil? Yeah, mate, you're only level 2. Level 1 coil, not terribly good at sniping the creeps. Oh man, and getting ensnared on one of those gargoyles too.
The player's forces are under attack.
He's just coming back in, trying to save it. Really needs to transfer the orb over to the Lich as well, MaDFroG. But there's level 3 on the Death Knight. Pushes the orb across now and does manage to complete the rest of the camp. Quite a few low health gargoyles though. Maybe could peel those off to the fountain here. More engaging, and it looks like he's going to continue to creep. Sending the Crypt Lord away by itself. Doesn't have the staff on that at the moment though, so could get in trouble if he gets entangled. Gonna stay on the edge at the moment. Tree of Life walking itself into position here. Here come the gargoyles though, focusing down the Dryads. Detonating away all these beetles, level 3 beetles. They're pretty strong though. Oh, and that's a huge Nova of a heal spray to counter. Gargoyles falling quickly to the mass archers. He lost 3 of them right there. So good defense so far from Starbuck. But now we've got the beetles out the back. No more mana on the Dryads for the Dispel. Coming back in, going for the archers. But the archers dishing out so much damage to the gargoyles. And nothing's going terribly well for MaDFroG. Now he's down to 36 food. Losing quite a few of those gargoyles there. Still has very strong heroes though. And there we go, picks off another archer. And Tango on the Death Knight though. Gonna get him in a little bit of trouble. He does have the greater healing potion. Alchemist trying to do some blocking. Keeper doesn't have any more mana himself. And he does pull the trigger on that greater healing. Got an Ancient Protector over here preventing the expansion attempt from a MaDFroG. MaDFroG with a huge bank though.
A player's force
1k gold. But yeah, only just putting down the slaughterhouse now. He's so late to get his tier 2/tier 3 tech buildings going. Very strange strategy. Maybe we're going to try to see him expand now. He's so down on lumber. Can't afford the expansion at the moment, however. And he's
a player's forces
continuing
are
with
under
the
attack.
upgrades. Go for the armor upgrades now. He's trying to solo level the Lich here a little bit. Acolytes get found and get picked off by the Dryads. Just coming in from the side. Dryads take a big volley from the gargoyles. MaDFroG continuing to go for the gargoyles. And it's a lot of focus fire onto the Lich, but the Lich does get away safe. And it dispels the beetles handily. MaDFroG sitting and waiting, but you know, the longer he waits, the worse it's going to get. Starbuck pumping the wisps into that mine now. So he's going to start having a big gold advantage, and MaDFroG does not have the answer to that at the moment. Just running way into the back of his base. Keeper's got the orb now as well. Yeah, Keeper's pretty buff. Plus 16. And keeping MaDFroG pet in his base. Seen a couple of those high level beetles out now though. A couple more from the graveyard, and here we go. We got the obsidian statue. Using it to regen the mana. And with summoning those beetles, he got rid of that beetle that was buried here for ages. We do have an Ancient Protector up guarding this expansion at the moment. Starbuck expecting an attack. Some
player's
treants.
forces are under attack.
Yes, detonate on the beetles, and he gets rid of all of them. Not much mana left on the Dryads now, though. Beetle over at this expansion, the main rather. And interesting, actually, didn't he had a tower over here? Did he walk that tower across to here? Might have been what happened. Picks off another few beetles, and that's level 5 on the Keeper now. MaDFroG finally trying to get his expansion going once again. It's been so low on lumber. There's a pretty big gold bank, but yeah, very low on wood to start this expansion process. Going for 2 ziggurats. Imagine we're going to see a necropolis here, and Haunted Gold Mine itself finally going down. I think it does make sense to make a necropolis to be able to town portal to save the expansion, and it's pretty high on gold, low on lumber, so use that for the 10 food. But both players are rather inactive at the moment. There's a couple green camps remaining on the map, but that's just about it. Don't think they would even allow the Alchemist to get to level 5 either. And it looks like Starbuck coming in for the harass. These towers
town is under siege.
Are upgrading at the moment though, so could be tricky. And there we go, Starbuck mixing in a Druid of the Claw for the Roar. MaDFroG with no dispel for that. Here we go, fighting underway. Archers up the front spitting out some nasty damage. Just trying to stall. Big Impale though, there's a huge Impale and the Nova behind it, but the heal spray countering it nicely. He only lost one archer from that. Tail's doing some good work out the back, focusing on the Dryads now. Big Impale, big Nova, and he pops a heal scroll this time. This spray was not quite on target, focusing on the Keeper now. Keeper on the run. So many gargoyles falling. So are the archers now, starting to fall. Kind of falling off on the Dispel, leaving a Dryad out the front there as well. And somehow MaDFroG is doing it here. Defending in his base. And he's got the summons here with the staying power. Trying to go for the kill on the gold mine with the Treants. The Treants get taken down. Oh, he's maybe going for a suicidal play. Trying to knock that out. Oh, too early. And the gold mine survives. Can understand why you wanted town portal out that early, but that was a painful one. Doesn't kill the expansion. But behind this, Starbuck did walk his Tree of Eternity across to the middle mine, so once again threatening to be mining 2 bases versus 1 against MaDFroG. MaDFroG, though, I feel like does have the hero advantage after all of this. And a few of the
A player's forces are under attack.
heal sprays from Starbuck, I wasn't too impressed with those. Let's see if you can do better in the next battle. Oh, there's level 5 on the Alchemist. Couple more beetles into the mix. Chasing in aggressively. Still hasn't repaired up the gold mine, which is quite risky, honestly. Or maybe you just like leave one of those acolytes off to repair it. And this could actually get punished here by Starbuck. Coming across to the mine again. MaDFroG going mad on the repairs now. All hands on deck.
Forces are under attack.
But Starbuck doesn't even test the waters. Maybe a missed opportunity there to go for the kill on the Expo. Now MaDFroG mixing in a meat wagon. And the disease cloud's so effective against swarms of small units like this. Disease cloud is, yeah, it's just so good. There's not any damage upgrades on that, so probably not going to go for any more meat wagons. Here we go, fighting underway. A little bit late on the heal spray, doesn't end up saving the archers really. Saving these units. But the Knight of Army falling pretty quickly here. So the gargoyles though. A bit of hero focus onto the Keeper, meat wagon, spreading the disease. Focus fire onto the Death Knight in the other direction. Death Knight in trouble and goes down. Spray. Oh boy, but the Keeper takes the big nuke. And the Keeper also falling. The player's losing the hero, but I think it's a bit more expensive to lose the Keeper at this stage. However, I mean, Starbuck does have the advantage of having 2 gold mines versus MaDFrog's 1. Over here, trying to do some damage, but no mana on this Crypt Lord. Can't get much done here. Starbuck is churning out the units. He's cloud over here. And that's all he has to do. Just spread it, disengage for a minute or so. As these clouds soften up the units before re-engaging. Alchemist also very, very low on mana here. Did I hear let's use Dark Ritual on a gargoyle? It can't sound like it. Coming back in, going for the Alchemist kill. Alchemist does have the invul pot. He's backing onto the fountain here as well. Keeper coming in. Takes a big nuke to start things off. Transfers the invul. And now the Impale going for the Alchemist. And the Alchemist falls. We focus onto the Crypt Lord in response. Now we're going after the Lich. Crypt Lord coming back in. Wagon needs some big hits, but the Lich falling.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh, that's a big Impale. So many archers low after that. Keeper coming back in. And there goes the wagon. Here come the gargoyles though. A lot of low health, not enough units. Criblord trying to survive, but he does not. Buy back on the Alchemist. And 6-6 now. Alchemist super high level, and Transmute is just such a strong ability. Let's see how MaDFroG wins from this. Just a little bit too aggressive, staying in there. And pays by losing both of his heroes. Gargoyle's going hunting for that bear. Oh, MaDFroG slight miss micro here. This gargoyle will go down. I didn't even notice this. One of the towers over here died. How did that happen?
A player's forces are under attack.
Okay, Lich buyback. And the Death Knight's staffing onto it. What's he going to try to do here? Going for the kill on the Alchemist, it looks like. Okay, there's the Nova and the Coil. Alchemist in trouble, quite low here. But he's got the Aura. Lich goes down out the back to the Dryads. But there we go, Alchemist falls. Oh, and so is the Keeper! And buybacks aplenty. Both players buying back their heroes. Starbuck on the run. Not much mana on these undead heroes, but we could maybe see another Dark Ritual into Nova. But MaDFroG having to go for all these buybacks with only the one gold mine running. Can't really afford to rebuild his army at all. Lich in some trouble, but he's got enough mana on the Death Knight for one coil.
The town is under siege.
Bit of blocking from the archer. Lich on the run. No, it turns around to kill that archer. Making his path towards the fountain, but the slow poison from the Dryad is going to be enough. The Keeper with the Aura there, assisting with the chase, and the Lich goes down. The Aura making a big difference in that chase down. Allow both the Keeper and the Dryad to keep pace with the Lich, and especially as the Lich lost the Unholy Aura. Just couldn't get away. Level 7 now on the Keeper. So MaDFroG going to go for another buyback. Lich actually getting... Oh, okay. Revived from the altar.
A town is under siege. Are under attack.
Here we go. Coming in. Harassing the Acolytes in the mine. Here come the Gargoyles for the defense. Good job staffing out that low health Dryad. And looks like only one Acolyte goes down. But it didn't, impact the mining time, and still Starbuck mining 2 mines versus 1, so he's in a really nice position. Level 6 on the Death Knight now. Going to be, okay, Death Pact. Just to make sure he doesn't lose his heroes quite so easily. Has that up his sleeve. And MaDFroG pumping up the units again, trying to get back to 50 food. Starbuck not letting MaDFroG build back up though, coming back across with the aggression. Here comes the Alchemist too. He's got the anti-magic potion and a heal potion as well, so he's got to be ready for the fight. Got the invul on the Keeper as well as anti-magic, so he's in a good position. Okay, Gargoyle's going chasing after the Dryads, picks one off there pretty easily. And trying to really fight close to this tower. And come the Treants going after... Oh, Tranquility. Death Knight in some trouble, taking the big time focus fire Death Pact. And one of the Gargoyles to try and save the day. He's staffing out now after Entangle's worn off. And that just leaves nothing over here to defend against this huge Night Elf army. Even brings in the Shredder to assist with this push. Taking care of the statues out the back. Wow, you can even transmute a statue. Ability. And the Gargoyles just getting picked apart here without the nuke to contain the archers. Gargoyles standing no chance. And I think that's going to be it for Starbuck. Taking down the expansion here.
Forces are under attack.
Okay, in come the undead heroes now. Getting entangled, surrounded. Nova, but the heal spray maintaining the surround. Lich in some trouble. Cool to keep him safe. But maybe the dead knight now getting a little bit low. And MaDFroG has to throw in the towel. It was an interesting strategy on the mass gargoyles. It had its moments. But maybe if MaDFroG managed to transition a little bit earlier, he could have been more effective down the stretch there. But man, that was an entertaining sequence. Just back and forth. Hero kill, buyback from both players. Lead to an entertaining race. But ultimately it was Starbuck with the superior gold, which allowed him to outproduce MaDFroG and win the game down the stretch. Anyway guys, I'll wrap on that. Thanks for tuning in to some more Warcraft 3. And until next time, goodbye and good luck.